very short meeting this time. Wish you guys well. Yeah. It's good having it at 4:30 there.
I like it, yeah. Well, if you get it up with it, but you get it online too.
Yeah.
Once it's up, they can last them, especially when it's bad.
Yeah, winter. That will
I
be.
haven't heard anybody complain about the volume or anything, because I watched one of the videos and it was good.
Oh, really?
It was?
Yeah.
Good.
Good, because I can't hear, so I can't tell if it's bad because of me or bad because it's bad.
The one that I saw, I skipped through and checked a few places in it, and the volume was good, and you could see everybody, and
Perfect. Okay,
yeah,
that's
it
good.
seems like it's working.
Must be,
Must be satisfied, right?
Yeah. It's good. I like it. I'm glad. It's been what? We're into our 8th month already. It's good.
Don't wait for me.
You don't want us to wait?
Oh, wait a minute. For some reason this is telling me. No. Okay. I had to erase one to get it.
Okay. Okay, we're going to call a meeting to order. Stand. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Councilman Needham?
Here.
Councilman Bill?
Here.
Supervisor Runyon?
Here.
Councilman Brown?
Here.
Councilman Goodwin?
Here.
Okay. We don't have much happening at this meeting. I can tell you, in the general fund, we have $386,368. And highway fund.
What was that, Debbie?
386,368.
Say it again.
386,368.
368.
And in the highway, we have 256,678. The New York class, we have 600,568.
568?
Yes. And in the month of July, we earned $615 of interest. Yeah, it is. I wish I could put more money in, but I have to watch my balances in the TD bank where we get hit with fees. So she told me to keep about 600,000-700,000 to avoid any fees. I mean, it might be worth it to get the interest and pay the fees, but it's just better if we have operating money in there. Really don't have too much for this meeting. The only resolution I have is to approve the claim, so we can just jump right to discussion if you have anything you want to discuss.
Yeah. The only thing I had already mentioned it to you is about if we could find some money to repair the fence at Ronald Cemetery, it's all falling down.
Reynolds Cemetery fence, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm I'm sorry, the fence at the Reynolds Cemetery needs to be repaired, it's kind of fallen down and looks terrible.
The what shed?
The Reynolds Cemetery.
Reynolds Cemetery.
Oh, then it's kind of falling apart?
The fences, yeah.
Oh, the fence.
What kind, is it a chain link fence?
Chain
Chain
link.
link, but the posts that push themselves up out of the ground.
Yeah,
They
wow.
weren't never deep enough in the bottom.
Right.
Push them up.
I see. Do we need posts or the whole fence?
I think it's the new fence.
A whole new fence.
It's all brick laid.
Okay.
Were the posts set concrete?
Yeah.
Really? They were up out? Okay.
Yeah,
They went down in, they were top of the ground, I think, and it's just pushed them up.
Should
high
we,
water table.
should we look for a price to redo the fence?
Yeah.
Fence all years up.
Are we talking about just the fence across the front of it, or the fence all the way around?
Just the front, with the two gates, yeah.
Front with 2 gates.
Either take it down or have a new one put up.
Yeah,
And then it looks off.
It looks like.
yeah.
It does.
Well, I know Pat did talk to me about that
Right.
when he was mowing it. So I don't know if it's something that they'd be willing to do for us, like we buy the fence and the highway, maybe put it in. I'll talk to him about that, because that would save us some money. But then it means digging post holes, how deep? It has to be at least 5 feet, right?
Well, post holes are usually down 3 feet or so. Yeah.
Is it, how deep are these?
They don't think they're down 9 foot.
No,
really?
they're not. They were really almost just below the surface.
Oh, wow, that's not good.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you a dumb question. Do we even need to fence it? Does it need to be there?
I don't know why.
I
Could
personally,
we just?
I personally say no. Probably people that, you know, want to do, some people in town might want it.
Is the fence locked? The gates
No,
locked?
it's never
Anybody can
locked.
come in and go?
Anybody can come and go.
Yeah, I don't know why it's ever put up.
Yeah.
Well, most cemeteries have a fence.
I think it would better than the fence, I really do. 'Cause then you
Well, we can take the fence down, and that's not falling apart, and then see what people say. Yeah,
get the
If it
public.
becomes an issue, we can get.
Yeah.
yeah, 'cause we have to take it down first anyway.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll take the fence down.
I'll make a resolution that we remove the fence from the cemetery.
Okay.
So is that a motion?
I make a motion to remove the fence at the Round Cemetery because of its condition, and it needs to be either removed and replaced or just removed.
Did somebody second?
Doug seconded.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
I,
Okay. Hi.
Good.
You're here to give a presentation on the grant, some information for us.
I'd like to share some of the
Great.
questions.
Okay. You have the floor.
Can I ask your name?
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Rich Larkin. I'm a resident of Orangeburg. I'm a councilman of Orangeburg Town Board. As a councilman, Supervisor Garrity about a year ago asked me to look into what the short term is CDBG, which stands for Community Development Block Grants. And at the time he gave me the information to look into applying last year, the deadline was 6 weeks away. And I can, because Doug and I have been friends for a while, I reached out to Doug today because we have spent, I chair the Economic Development Committee in Orangeburg, and Kevin asked us to do the homework and the legwork to be prepared for this year. We're actually submitting our application. The dates change from year to year. And I'm told there may be multiple times that can be applied for this year, but the 26th of August is the deadline for this year. Interestingly enough, I've had 4 calls at my house from residents of Thurman, and our town hall has reached out to me to let me know we've had over 10 calls at the town hall from residents of Thurman. The CDBG grant, in my opinion, is an excellent opportunity. I understand that many people, many communities once COVID came around, there was a big drop off by community applications. So now that everybody's out and doing more, the communities are more flexible throughout the state to apply for this grant.
Rich, can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but when I worked for the department, I was familiar with using these grants for sewer work.
Mhm.
But what are we talking about here that they can be used for?
Okay, it's my understanding that this is a specific grant that is for homeowners.
Okay.
There is an application process, there are requirements. I don't know, because I got stuck on the list today, I don't know that I can give you all I wasn't prepared. But off the top of my head, I can tell you that the top income for a single family or a single resident that owns their own home is $52,000. And Warrensburg's got a lot of people, I think, Thurman's got a lot of people who meet that particular criteria. It goes up in short amounts, like $58,000 for a two-family or a two-member household. And I've got the specifics, and I'll be glad to share it with you over the next week. But to me, there's plenty of people in all of our communities that qualify.
And when you said homeowners, like, what can they use it for? Winterizing their home?
There's a litany of things that can be used for roofs, siding, paint, foundations, steps, porches, insulation, electrical work. I understand some people qualify in plumbing and hot water systems.
And how much are the grants? What are the dollar amounts we're talking about?
The dollar amounts, I don't know that there's a minimum. We anticipate there's going to be a few for Warrensburg applications that'll be very low, less than 10,000. I've asked the question as to what's the top amount, and I haven't got an answer yet. And we do this. First of all, Warrensburg can't do it without guidance. We're very fortunate to have a member of the EDC who is an engineer. She's well acquainted with groups throughout the Northeast. And Warrensburg opted to employ a company called Flatley Reed. Before I go, I'll leave you some of the information I have.
Okay.
And you'll be able to, Janet would be, she has to be running for town board, but that's her role. She's very knowledgeable about this grant application, more so than I am. When it comes to those types of specifics, either she will be able to answer or based on my conversations with Flatley Reed, they're out of Scotland. They're a great organization, and this is what they focus on doing for a community, to guide them into how to go about doing the work. There's so many aspects to the beginning of getting this done. Plenty of labor. So you want some community volunteers so that the board isn't putting, doing all the labor. We've done a survey of our community. What I mean by a survey, let me see if I can grab that quickly. One of the things that you have to have a list of contractors that will do the work as part of the application. Let me look at this. And
When you say you did a survey, did you just request people fill it out?
it's a drive-by.
Okay, so you actually.
My team went out, we divvied up the community of Warrensburg into various sections. And you drive up and down the street and say, wow, that guy needs a new roof, or the side is falling off of this place, or the porch the deck is in really poor shape. You can observe this stuff from the street. You don't have to knock on doors.
Okay.
The Flatley Reed directed us to have, I don't remember the number, but it was, they wanted us to have a list of properties that they could reach out to and do a more in-depth conversation with them. But even things like the electrical service from the road, there's a way to look at that from the street and say, well, that's not 220 service or 120 service. It's substandard, and that needs to be upgraded.
Did you put out any kind of a request to the public?
We have.
Okay.
And the response, we needed We wanted to get 20 applicants on what we call a pre-application. It's not a full application, it's just a preliminary. We have 36 applicants today. And I've got 3 more phone calls I can see on my phone at home. There are people, my wife asked me when I walked in the door, do you have any more of those pre-apps? Because one of her friends needs a new roof. I mean, everybody in our community has something. It's a lot to maintain a house, and people fall behind.
Does the money funnel through the town then? Do we,
The money goes to an administrator. And the administrator in our case is Flatley Reed. And this is just, this tells you about the constellation.
thanks for bringing all that.
I just grabbed my notes off of this. I'm sorry, I'm not more organized.
But we appreciate what you're doing, very much.
I think it's extremely important for every community, but, you know, you're like a sister community to us. We, you know, we all have, I have family that lives here.
So who would determine this? Structure is unsafe.
Okay, so we gathered this information and we shared it with Flatley Reed because there are, I'll look through this after, let's just visit. Flatley Reed is gonna be our administrator. You need an administrator to do this. In particular, you can apply for whatever amount you want. I'm told that this year that the ceiling was $500,000 for this run. We're applying for $400,000. And if you have 20 people that are gonna be the real recipients, if you divide 20 into that amount of money, they're gonna get a decent amount of money toward your project. One person might have a project that costs $8,000, somebody else might have a $25,000 project. But if you start with, for Warrensburg, to start out with 20 people, and there be others on the list for backup, we'll have a good resource to work with.
Is this intended to cover the entire share of the project cost of the project, or does the homeowner have to bear a share of it?
That's a good question, Eric. It's my understanding that it's gonna cover the entire cost of the project. But it's like anything else. You can go to somebody's house, they can need a new roof, new walls, a new deck, and before you know it, they're over $50,000.
Who does the actual estimate for the work?
I believe the contractors.
Okay.
And part of the process is you need to have a list of contractors that will do the work. And frankly, that's been the most difficult part of my job.
Sure.
Because the work is about 2 years out for Warrensburg. We anticipate by the time we get this money in, get people lined up, get the materials lined up, it's 1.5 to 2 years before, you know, from today.
Sure.
And it's not because we want to stretch it out. There's one other thing I want to make clear. It's a grant, but there are stipulations, and I'm sure you've dealt with grants before. The homeowner must live in the house for 5 years. If they move out prior to the 5 years, then they'll prorate the amount that they're responsible for as a loan. It really is a loan, but it's not, nobody has to pay it back if they stay in the house for the 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, you know, some of the stuff that I read about this, it doesn't bother me. I think it's good language, it's fair. I like to see my money spent well on whatever level. And I'm comfortable with the language that's in all of these agreements and the grant language. Based on the fact that you do have already, I'm sorry I didn't have a list of the number of people from Thurman. I might be able to get that for you.
I wonder why they didn't call us.
Because it was in the newspaper that Warrensburg was working on this.
Oh,
And it appears that the question is, are the residents of Thurman able to apply through Warrensburg?
okay.
They're not.
Mhm.
That doesn't mean we can't work to help. I mean, I'm glad to share, Kevin, directed Joe Street and other, share our water and poor gal. Joyce and I talk all the time about the phone calls coming in on this, and she's rich, I'm just telling her to get in touch with you. And, I don't mind taking the calls, but at the same point in time, I really should be directing them to you.
Right.
And that's why I reached out to Doug.
I think the reason why, sorry, why they called me, I just talked to a few people on the landfill, is because that we pay more of their school tax, and they felt they might be able to hold on with their program. That's the way they think.
Well, and that's understandable.
Yeah.
Had it been through the school, it would have been different.
Exactly.
The boundaries are each of our communities.
How does Flatley Reed get paid?
We have an arrangement with them that we pay them $85 an hour.
Okay.
Everything's negotiable. You're a smaller town. I would think you have a smaller budget to work with.
Yeah.
I can tell you this, the people are down to earth. This is what they focus on. They came highly recommended. They'll come and give you a presentation at no charge.
Oh, that's good.
And, anytime that we're gonna, when I say we're, the Warrensburg EDC meets once a month, the first Monday at 10 a.m. at the town hall. And right now, that's all we're focusing on. So if one of your people can come at our next meeting.
When is that?
Monday, the first Monday of the month at 10 a.m. If it falls on, what is that, Labor Day? I'd have to look. I don't think it does. It may. We're gonna have it the next day, or someday, real soon. I'll keep you informed. But we meet at 10 a.m. at the town hall the first Monday of the month. And that's the WEDC. And our only focus at this time, because of the intensity of getting this paperwork done properly, is going to focus on the preliminaries. Do your town survey and see, do you have enough houses that would qualify?
I think we have enough houses.
There's probably a lot of retired people that need new roofs or something that would.
Sure, I think we'll have a lot of people.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, sir.
One question. It's been 5 years, had to live in a house. All right, you're 85 years old. And all that, not that, responsible for that.
Mr. Bills, I think the best thing for me to do is ask that question of Flatley Reed, because they're the experts, and I'll get the answer for the supervisor.
I just want to know that it does not happen to the family. That's why I'm saying.
That would, if it was up to me, I'd say it should be forgiven.
Right.
But I'm not up to speed on that particular aspect. And it's an excellent question. I'll remember to ask it. And either I'll give the answer to Doug or to Deb, and she'll be able to give it back to you.
All right. That's all I know.
It's to protect the taxpayer. The 5-year deal is to protect the taxpayer from having somebody fix up their house and then not pay any money and then turn around and sell it.
Right.
That's really, when somebody passes away, that's in my opinion should be a different. But I'm not gonna say that that's the correct answer. Well, overall though, when you look at any community, I remember when I was a kid, one whole summer I painted houses, and I just went down the street from one house to the next house to the house. It was money like this. I'd go down to the hardware store, and Mr. Ron, I forget his last name, Alkin, owned the hardware store. He said, "What house are you working on, and what color is it?" And he had enough paint for the house, but he only gave me a little bit of time. He said, "You come back when you use up what you got, I'll give you more for that house." And he kept track. I went to the town board administrator did that, and I was paid. It felt like a stipend back then. We didn't make much money, but it was a great summer. And it was I think Beautify America or some program like that back in the 60s. And this to me is similar. And I like things like this because, number one, it makes people feel good about their property when they see some positive things happening. And in this world, especially with the cost of everything going up so much, a little help goes a long way.
And safety reasons.
Oh, absolutely.
If they need a deck, if they need whatever, roof, they have a roof leaking. Yeah. better door, that makes a big difference in the winter.
I know that I didn't do the best job of giving you an overall presentation, but I think you got the gist of it.
Yeah, that's important, and I think there's probably a website that's got a lot of this probably laid out where we can go to and look at the details.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I'll look through my notes before I go. There's probably a couple other handouts that I can share with you. And what I can't just leave, I've got Doug's information, maybe I'll get some of the other folks' emails, et cetera. And I'll be glad to keep you, there's no reason why I can't share the information that we're working on.
Yeah.
Sure. Saves us from reinventing the wheel.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If at next month's meeting, for you, you'd allow me to bring Janet Thurman.
That'd be perfect.
She works, she has to be an engineer, and she works with me directly on all the intricate stuff on this application, and she has to be friends with the Flat Reed people, and that's the way we came to be introduced. You've done grant applications before. It's a paper push. You gather the information, you fill in the blanks, and you get it out there. When Kevin gave me this project last year, 6 weeks was not realistic. You're looking at an application for next year.
Yeah.
But if you start thinking about it, and you start putting the pieces of the puzzle together now, I'm told that there'll be multiple rounds next year, which could be as early as June, May or June.
Okay.
And, you know, in our case, we're applying it for the 26th of August. And I was told the other day that there's a possibility there'll be another round, which means we apply for another $400,000 or $500,000.
Wow.
And, you know, that money goes fast. As soon as you start saying, well, we have 20 houses that qualify, then you start looking at what they need. It's not that much money. Doesn't matter whether it's Thurman, Warrensburg, or Bolton. That amount of money in today's world.
Price of materials today doesn't go very far.
It doesn't.
I would assume that the administrator, Flatley Reed, would be assessing the applications to see whether or not they qualify. That takes the town board and the politics out of it.
We're not involved.
Exactly. Perfect.
We don't want to be involved.
Yep.
For obvious reasons.
Yep.
The personality conflict, when I say that, I mean, if I know you, I don't get that money, then, you know.
Exactly.
It's out of our hands.
Yep. Yeah. Takes the politics and all the friendship stuff and all the enemy stuff out of it. Perfect.
I think it's a good thing to at least investigate.
Definitely worth looking into.
Thank you for letting me come up.
Well, thank you for doing it. We really appreciate it.
Like I said, I've got family up here too, and I like coming up here to shop.
Good job.
I'm gonna look through my notes before I go, please carry on.
Can you just tell me again what exactly that grant is called, so I can make sure
Community
Community
development
Development
block
Block.
Block.
Okay,
grant.
okay, so I'll make sure I got that right.
I still struggle with it.
Okay, does anybody else have anything to discuss? No? Do you have anything? No?
I mean, just for public people watching, saying what we mentioned before, that we have a draft of the new town website, and we're gonna be going through that and working on it, hopefully have something for the public, maybe by next meeting.
Yeah, that would be good, I think we can do that, sure. I might reach out to Myra too, maybe put some like historical thing or something.
Definitely.
And the only other thing I have is, the resolution to approve payment of the claims. Okay. Introduced by Ed.
Ed made the motion.
I made a motion, okay. You gotta do the standard workday one too.
Oh, let's do that first then, okay. It's a
Okay, we're gonna do
resolution,
that.
I didn't realize.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I had to do was keep the calendar for 3 months with how many hours that I worked here, and, Cynthia had to calculate my standard work day, so my standard work day is 6 hours a day, which is based on how many hours divided by how many days.
And this doesn't include your work with the county,
No,
this
this
is
is just in here.
Right.
Yeah, I do a separate one for there.
Right.
We have to post it for so many days, so it'll be, without any of her, you know, confidential information, it'll be posted on the signboard and on the town website for so many days.
And that shows my whole calendar, the 3 months of my, where I hand wrote.
It just shows the resolution.
Oh, just this, okay.
And just for people watching, this is for purposes of the New York State retirement system.
Right. Yeah,
Do we have a motion?
So what is the resolution exactly that
the
we're?
resolution is that my standard work day for the purposes of the New York State retirement system is 6 hours.
21 with 1. Which is pretty much, we looked at some older ones, and like when Evelyn was supervisor, her days were 20, so in the ballpark.
Yeah, 6 is the lowest number you can have, so. So that's it, that's the resolution, right? Make my standard work day 6 and my record of activities 21.7.
But you guys didn't make a motion or second.
Ed, did you make the motion?
I will, I'll make.
Ed?
Okay. They got still that bottom part.
Yeah, I see. Oh, I see at the bottom, yeah. So Ed made the motion, Charlie seconded it.
Okay.
I don't know, do I vote on my own resolution though? Do I vote?
I suppose you could.
You know,
I could abstain, I guess, yeah.
So one abstaining?
Yeah, I'll abstain just because I feel.
all in favor?
That's easy.
Yeah, that's, I'm telling you, this meeting is simple. All right, so Ed, we're back to you, bringing the motion for payment of claims. Do I have a second?
Doug seconded it, I
Doug
think.
did, okay. Okay. Resolution to approve the payment of the claims. The total of abstract 8 in the general fund for August 18th, 2022 is $15,212.99. And the total of abstract 8 in the highway fund for August 18th, 2022 is $51,424.42. Total claims, $66,637.41. And I think we're done.
All in favor?
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor? Yeah, vote on this.
Oh, all in favor?
Okay, and then adjourn, let's see what time we got here.
Well, before we adjourn, is there anything else you have, Rich?
I'm just gonna share some paperwork, so it's not, I'm gonna just hand it to you.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you for that.
thank you very much for coming. And I'd like to set something up for September.
Thank you.
That would be good.
So did we get the motion to adjourn motion?
Doug made the motion,